the concept elements compose of different areas like problems, opportunities, visions, ambition, fear of change, solution, social impact, team, and financial summary. They don't have a very equal weight for each category. Okay, so there's a different interpretation in each one. Okay. For example, in problems and opportunities. Okay, remember when before the break, we also talking about the problems. Okay, how to state a problem. Okay, how to make a problem statement. Okay, so it's the same skills and same concept here in the session. We call it as problems, opportunities. So you need to define the problem. What is the problem that you will address in your social enterprise? You need to ask, develop the problem statement, like the India examples and the situations, the desired situation. Okay, if you can express this better, people can easily understand what you are talking about the problem. And what caused the problem? You may have to develop a logical arguments on the cause that create the problem. Now, for that causes of problem, okay, that may be very argumentative issues because what you are thinking about, the real causes of the problem. Some of the causes of the problem may be the government policies, maybe the whole economic downturn, or maybe anything. Okay, causes sometimes is human. Okay, sometimes it's environmental. Sometimes the problems due to economic depressions or mentality, human behavior, education, whatever. So I don't limit your mind on thinking about the causes. Okay, but be more objective. Okay, be more dynamic and to diagnose the problem, the causes into different angles. Okay, don't just very not to be very subjective in defining the causes because that is not good for you, especially when you don't know who are the judges, who are the investors behind. If you frame the problems improperly, or if you cannot derive the causes in a very objective way, some investor or judges may not like that. Okay? So try to develop this is a very another skills. You can use logical or issue pyramid that I mentioned earlier. And why is it important? Why the problem is important? What is the scale? Because sometimes some problems when you observe, it's just a very small problem. Okay, maybe the scale is not big, or it just happened to a street or a certain very small districts. So if you can address to a bigger problem, bigger scale, or how can you expect the scale will become bigger and bigger if we don't stop right now? So you can collect more information to substantiate your arguments with a clear explanation why the problem matters, what damage will it do, what good will it be prevented, and what opportunity it brings, and how big is the problem and the opportunity. Sometimes the problem may address to another opportunities. Okay, this is not very easy to integrate problems and opportunities. But in Chinese, we always say 有危便有機，危之有危險就有機會。所以this is how to link opportunities or problems together. Sometimes it requires a lot of creative mind or a kind of artistic thinking, plus the logical mind that how to derive the evidence from the observations and then to give people understanding about how you interpret the opportunities there. So the very important section, the first one is problem. The next one is the vision and mission. That means you need to position your company that I believe, my company believe what's good in the future. Create a vision, give you an image of the future you seek to create. Imagine what the world would be if the problem is solved. and describe it in clarity will not only allow you to see to what direction you must shift, and it will also help your team develop a clear shared vision, making sure everyone is having the same ultimate goal. So what a vision means? Vision is a kind of a value or positions that you want the future to be, and how your company can aim at that vision. So how's your role of your company to be played in that vision, and vision will drive also you and your teams to go toward that direction. If you do not have a vision, you should not be writing a plan. Yeah, that is quite interesting. Okay, maybe you agree or not, but we certainly hope every contestant and students, okay, even though if you are not going to really implement a social enterprise after your competition, but in the competition stage, in preparing your summary, at least you need to show your passion and to define your visions or your value, your social value into your company, so that people will see your heart, inside the business plan, that you really care about the society, okay, not just faking out something that very presentable or very business plan like making big fortunes. And so we don't need big fortune, okay. In social enterprise competition, what we treasure or value is the social impact that you bring. Okay, fortune is secondary, but if you don't have fortune, of course you cannot survive. But we mean is a break-even point, or more than break-even point is enough. Okay, you don't need to be very maximization of your more financial return, but you need to maximize how you can help the society and to develop a very effective social impact through your organization. For example, vision is different from mission. Okay? Vision is more like a position, the future scenario that you project for the future according to your mind. But mission is a kind of different goals and objectives that give you a sense of purpose or reason why your social enterprise exists. The mission should contain clear goal and specific objectives for your social enterprise to achieve as practical steps toward your vision. So the good objectives or good missions should be SMART. SMART means specific, measurable, attainable, result-focused, and timely. So you need to, before you think about the mission, okay, look, remember the word SMART, okay, attainable. Don't build up some visions that is too far away from your effort or from your resources on hand, or resources to be obtained in the future. And result-focused, timely, measurable, specific, okay, all are relevant characteristic of a mission statement. And you should also explain clearly what will be the value and benefit you'll be creating for your key stakeholders. Okay? Stakeholders contain a lot of definition. Your customer, your suppliers, your government, the general public, your beneficiaries through your organizations, all are these stakeholders. Maybe you have investor too, if you are a private social enterprise. So you need to tell them what's the benefit you will give to them through your social enterprise. Describe what you will be doing over the next first and the second years. It works best to focus on the enterprise and on target growth needs and benefits. So the third concept elements is the theory of change. Okay, we have covered that in our previous slides. So what is a theory of change? It's a way of thinking about how the outcomes of your activities lead ultimately to your desired social impact. That means when we are measuring, okay, when we are defining the inputs, activities, and the outputs, outputs will transform or equalize or evolve into outcomes. Okay, through outputs you will generate outcomes, and that outcomes of your activities will how they are related, okay, to your desired visions or goals for your social missions. For example, if rural communities can sell their local handcraft produce through an online e-commerce platform, then there will be economic development in the rural communities. This is kind of an if-then theory. So the basic format of a theory of change can also be expressed as to make something happen, to make the change, so some condition must be met. Or if some conditions are met, then you will achieve a desirable change happening. So it's either way, okay? So if something happens, if a condition achieved, then you will achieve that change, okay? So the rationale behind is you need to tell people if your organization exists, and if you, because of the existence of your organization, you can develop, you can incubate a certain kind of conditions that because of your existence of the product or service, then because of this condition exists, then things will change. People become better. Their community become improved because of your product or service. So if conditions, then change. Okay, this is a rationale. Okay, if and you need to tell people why you can do that. Okay, or you can just stay there first, stay out the condition. Because this condition, the field will change. We tell people, oh, that's it. Because you said you can change people. Why? Because you have this condition and you can change them. More examples, okay? This is important now. If condition then change, for example, if low-income, marginalized teenagers have first-hand experience running a business, they will be more successful in their careers. So the condition is, if the teenagers, especially those marginalized ones, if they can get first-hand experience in running a business, so if they learn some skills of how to become an entrepreneur, how to learn some skills about running a business, then they can improve their life. It's true, right? It seems true. So you have that theory in your mind on top of your product or service. You know what I mean? In this statement, you have never tell people about your product, okay? Never, okay? You just stay out a condition that if this happens, other conditions will change and improve. And this is a fact. And this seems very logical. And it seems like a common sense of understanding of the if-then condition. Okay? At this stage, you haven't yet disclosed your product yet. But you stay out the condition first. And then you will link your solution here. We haven't covered the solution yet. The next session, okay, you will mention, and then you will integrate, okay, why my solution can help this. But you need to stay your theory of change. Otherwise, you don't have any assumption behind your social impact business plan, okay? Because you are not just writing a business plan, you are writing a social business. A social business, you need to have something to prove that why you can achieve a change. Okay. So normally you can adopt something here, like the second example. If poor women in Africa have microbiological contraceptives, they control AIDS will be spread less. That means if the women can access to contraceptive tools like condoms, anything that prevent sex disease spreading and prevent that the AIDS also prevent the AIDS spreading, then they will be more healthy, more happier. Okay.